really, it's comprehensive care under one roof. So maybe your child, and it's very blessed that you just need a pediatrician and you just need routine care. We have routine care here. We have some phenomenal pediatricians that are in this building that are taking care of our everyday well-child needs, sports physicals, ear infections, you name it. But then all of a sudden, maybe your child needs a little more complexity and they need some help with ENT and they need their tonsils out, their adenoids, things of that nature. You can see ENT now in this building. And then if you all of a sudden do need some of those therapies, then we have that partnership with Children's Wisconsin that all of a sudden we can get you in with the physical, speech, occupational therapies. And then unfortunately, if your child does need something like cardiology, we can get that in with Children's Wisconsin and be able to get you into that specialist. We really knew that we could make that comprehensive care flow from the primary care home to the specialties, back to the primary care home, and make that more seamless. So many of our parents find themselves repeating themselves. They don't know if they can have their labs done locally. Do they have to go down to Milwaukee? Like, how does that partnership really flow? And through this partnership, we've been able to now bring some of those services just closer to home. And rather than having to maybe go to the lab in Milwaukee and have their lab works done and then have their lead screening done at the local pediatrician, let's just do it all at once. Let's just take care of it locally, just have it done one time. We broke the mold of every traditional healthcare setting in this building. So when you first walk in, you realize that we kept the child and the family at the heart of every single decision. So when you first walk in, it gives that pediatric warm feel when you first come into the building. It just makes you happy because we've included children's artwork throughout the entire building. So rather than seeing a stock image of something up on the wall, you actually see artwork that was from children in our local community. And how can you ever not just smile when you see those kiddos' artwork when you walk by? Normally, our healthcare, we keep a lot of fun focus at the front of a building, but we normally forget as soon as you enter that back door. So we've taken this whole concept and weaved it in throughout the entire back of the building. Distraction's number one at heart. To go and have a blood test isn't something we enjoy doing. So how do you at least go downstairs and have your blood test done where you can see a bubble wall, but you can also have distractions just to take your mind off of what's going on. So it's really weaved throughout the whole building. It's not a cookie cutter building, so therefore we don't have cookie cutter places either. We can start with the sensory gyms. So we know that yes, kiddos on the spectrum, but every other kiddo also enjoys a sensory room. Then we have a whole adolescent medicine area. So adolescent medicine is a very comprehensive approach to any of those needs that our adolescents might have. So whether that's disordered eating, to adolescent gynecology, to just traditional adolescent medicine, we have a whole team that's taking care of that teen and those parents, as we know it's a very tough time for parents also when they're trying to figure out how much do I help, how much do I not, where do I go, like those different pieces. And then who has a playground in a healthcare building, right? Like, well, we put a playground in this building because research shows that if you sit in a room and we just have a conversation with a patient, that you're not going to get nearly as much out of them, but if you leave them in their element, you're actually going to get a more robust conversation with that child. So let's let them play on a playground and let's have the conversation about what's going on at school and how can we help with maybe bullying and anxiety and depression and those types of things. So we have a full-fledged playground that's here for our teens and our kiddos to use all the time. So the list can go on and on, but those are some of the big hitters that really makes this different. Really, the building is the communities, and we just get to be part of their chapter writing that they are part of. So every single thing in the building has been met with a child and a teen at the heart of every decision.